AI can be very helpful. It can be our helpful partner. It makes our work faster, transcribing interviews, checking facts, or even helping us analyze data or stories. It can give us more time to focus on the heart of journalism, which is telling stories that matter. In the creative world, AI can also help us design, compose, or even visualize ideas we couldn't easily create before. But here's an important reminder, which I hope you will remember. Do not overuse AI. And don't be overpowered by AI. Remember, we are more powerful than the artificial intelligence because nothing beats injected hunger, but nothing beats a personal touch in writing stories. Your values, your curiosity, and your compassion. Let technology serve your story, not the other way. Of course, as journalists, we should always read, and read. Hindi kayo puro na cellphone, puros na lang Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. As you compete, learn and grow. And remember this, you are not just writers or broadcasters or journalists. You are truth tellers, artists, and change makers. The world needs your voice, your creativity, and your courage. And of course, I hope you also remember this. No news is worth dying for. But without valiant journalists, who will tell the story? But of course, because of our love for journalism, we still continue to package stories for ABS-CBN. Especially in times of calamities like typhoon. In fact, we are now on signal number 1. It's really sad that while we were facing the renewal of the franchise of ABS-CBN, we received a lot of bashing from people. Pero every time I love you, sino ang hinahanap? Just yesterday, the other day, I got a message from a friend in Southern Asia asking me, Ate, paano wala yung ABS-CBN nangyari sa Southern Asia, especially here in town? I told her, sorry, I already have a job. I work for ABS-CBN as a freelancer, part-time job for now. That's really sad. That every time may kalaki hindi na kaya ng ABS-CBN. I remember in that I was no longer a regular employee of ABS-CBN, but ABS-CBN called me to cover the devastation brought by Typhoon Agatol in Leyte, specifically in my West Leyte and Abu Leyte.
So, in line with what you said, one of the factors into why journalists nowadays are scared to tell the truth is because of the factors of being red tagged and, or in worst cases, being kidnapped or killed. So, what can you say about this situation, despite the passion that we journalists have in conveying the truth to the world? What can you say na this thing is prevalent in suppressing actual media?
Yes, in a way, I can relate to that because shutting down ABS-CBN was a way of course, killing press freedom. But we never faltered. We should never be afraid to tell the truth. We should never be afraid to dig deeper, no matter what. But of course, you need to be responsible. What I've noticed is, I'm not saying naman that they're irresponsible journalists, but as journalists, we should know our limitations. But that doesn't mean that we should be afraid. Dapat alam natin hanggang saan lang ba ang pwede. In a way, that we can still continue a story without covering up. Nalalabas pa rin ang totoo. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
And feature writing. So, pwede pa rin dalawang categories. There was no TV and radio broadcast. There are not na nakalitan. My passion for journalism actually started with reading and writing. My love for writing. Bisan ano na ako nakuturo na pwede basahin yung babasa. Because I had less access to newspapers. Wala namang bibili ng newspaper para sa akin. Ang bibili ng newspaper ang advisor namin. So anything na pwede kong basahin, hindi pa tapos ang school year, first few months pa lang ng school year, nabasa ko na ang textbook. Because I love reading. Sa generation nyo, it's a bit of a challenge because we have gadgets, temptation to kasi just scroll. But I hope you maximize technology, you maximize your gadgets, kasi lahat na andyan at the tip of your finger. You can access a lot of information. Magbasa, magbasa, magbasa. Read, read, read.
individuals.